Muffins. Welcome to the Big Orange Bowl. Today I have a nasty banana. Ew, but this makes excellent banana bread. And Emma, Claire, and I all love banana bread. So we are going to start cooking. So we're going to first put this nasty banana in. I have already washed my hands. You got to trust me on that, but it's very important when you're cooking to wash your hands. So I'm going to throw away the nasty banana. All right, next up, I need to add 2 tablespoons of honey. So when you're looking at your measuring spoons, okay, so these are little guys, but sometimes it gets tricky. There we go. Between, is it tablespoon or teaspoon? So if you look, let me get the camera going there. That says that "buh" has the "buh" in there. And then this one has, there's the camera on this. Little camera. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. And there you go. And that one has the "puh," the teaspoon. So we want the tablespoon. So we need 2 tablespoons of honey. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, nom, nom. I'll show you the cookbook I'm using. It actually, a friend left it at my house, and she moved and never asked for it back, and she lives in Oregon now, so it's mine now. Then it also asked for 2 tablespoons of melted butter, which I have previously melted, so I'm going to pour that in. Nom, 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 nom. All good stuff. Next, we need 2 eggs. Now I'm doing a project on my porch that I'm planting seeds in my egg cups there. So I'm going to save this. You don't have to save that. That's just a little thing that I'm doing on my own. And get the 2 eggs in there. I got, ooh, nice little planting pots there. Because then you can just plant the seed, and once the seed is going to town, then you can just plant it directly into the soil. All right, so I have my banana, my honey, my butter, 1/2 cup of sugar. So you can tell when you're measuring, trying to get it says right here, these are some nice measuring cups that I got from my aunt. So I'm looking for 1/2. It's 1/2. It's all about fractions. So I'm going to put that in. Whoopsie. Oh my goodness, had a little spill. Okay. These might be extra sweet muffins. Nothing wrong with that. You can I feel that baking, you can make some mistakes or tweak recipes a little bit easier than if you're making, fancy dishes or something. So it says to add the honey, butter, sugar, eggs, and salt. Now we got to smush this all together. I'm going to get this in here. When this banana is so ripe. Oh, look at that. It's just blah, 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 blah. All this together. Oh, it also said to add the salt. 1/4 teaspoon salt. So I'm looking at my measuring spoons, and then that's 1/4, 1/4. I hope you can see this. I have my camera in sort of a very awkward position. If you could see it, it's duct taped onto my microwave. I didn't know how long this would take, and Emma and Clay usually make themselves available to me, but I just thought it would be easier if I didn't bother them, because this is a little longer than just the book and the songs. So I got the salt in there. So we got the honey, butter, sugar, eggs, and salt. All right. Now, I'm kind of an impatient baker. I don't really cook or bake that I find it relaxing. I just sort of want the yummy stuff at the end of everything. I'm going to take that out. We don't need that. I don't need the yucky peel. So it says to stir either by hand or with an electric mixer for like 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I am not a gourmet patient baker. Pretty just sort of straightforward and practical. 2 cups sifted flour, so I'm going for my big cup here. No fraction here. Looking for that 1 cup. So we're going to do 2 of these. I want to have my flour. This is just some flour. You know, flour comes in different brands and stuff. Flour is flour. I'm sure if you're talking to a baker, or even maybe your moms and dads know more about baking, that they'll say, oh no, they're different to flour. Mrs. Reale's World Flour is flour. It's 1 cup. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. It's at 332 degrees, which just switch over. So we have 2 cups of flour in there. 1 teaspoon. We're going to go back to the tisp. And go back to the tisp that we found earlier. 1 teaspoon of double-acting baking powder. I like to do that sort of neat evening out. Okay, well, here's the thing. I do not have baking soda, but you can take baking powder as a substitute for baking soda. You just need to do it 3 times more. So 3 times 1 teaspoon of baking soda is 3 teaspoons of baking powder. All right. So you can often substitute if you're missing something in your kitchen. So I'm now going to stir all this up. Stir, 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 stir. Don't want to make more of a mess than I've already made. And you're going to make a mess cooking or baking, and that's okay. So just clean it up. I have a sink and a dishwasher and sponges and soap. But I don't like using multiple bowls and stuff. But I don't mind doing the dishes, actually. I like doing the dishes. You want to get these clumps out of there. Oops. You see how the clumps are getting into my whisk here. So I think I'm going to change tools. Just get everything out of the whisk. Ooh, get out, get out. All right. I'll put these in the sink. Clean those in a little bit. I'm going to get a spoon. Spoon. Now, a fun thing, oh, my oven is ready. Thank you, oven. A fun thing that I should have added, I forgot to get them at the store, are chocolate chips. They're really yummy to add to banana muffins. But these are still good without the chocolate chips. Okay, so as I said, I'm making muffins. I have already sprayed these with Pam. Maybe you have this at home. This baking spray. I know my photography is going to be all wonky. You can use cupcake cups if you want to. That's totally okay. I'm going to use this ladle to spoon out into the cups. I don't want to overfill them because they will sort of boof out. But if you want, boofy muffins, make boofy muffins. Again, but baking allows for originality. If you'd like, I bet if you like nuts in your things, you could have added nuts in here, maybe even like dried cranberries. Nuts and dried cranberries? Nuts, dried cranberries, and chocolate chips. Holy cow. That's kind of fun. Gloop. I'm going to spray a little bit more into here. Now, technically, this recipe is for banana bread, but I prefer muffins. They're just sort of easier to grab and go, and you know, it's fun to say muffins, banana muffins. But this could also make a bread. Might even make a good banana pancake. It might be a little bit too thick for banana pancake, but you could probably cook it up in the skillet. Again, experiment. That's part of the fun with cooking. I'm going to get this last little bit. In we go. Num, 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 num. So if we were making bread, we would need to cook this for 45 minutes. That's what it recommends in this cookbook. But they're smaller, so they're going to need a shorter cooking time. Now, I cooked these fairly recently. I think I put it in for 30, and I felt they came out a little dry. So I'm going to put them in for 20, and we will come back in 20 minutes to do our check. See you then. All right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see if the brownies are ready. Here we go. The brownies? No, that would be something if I pulled brownies out of the oven, huh? No, the muffins. Well, they look like they really glooped over the top there. That's okay. Let's see. So sometimes it's recommended that you use a toothpick for this check. I don't have any handy, so a knife works. So just make sure you're being careful. So here we go. Ooh, you see how that comes out nice and clean? You don't want any of the cake or brownie, if we were making brownies, or muffin, to come off onto your toothpick or your knife or your fork, whatever device you're using for checking. So these are done. Looks like 20 minutes is the magic time. I'm going to turn off my oven. Be safe. In the time that these were cooking, I got the dishes done and my surface cleaned off, so that was easy peasy. This is the book I was using, the Pooh Cookbook, inspired by Winnie the Pooh, one of my favorites, and The House at Pooh Corner by A.A. Milne. It's by Virginia H. Ellison, and it's illustrated by Ernest H. Shepard. And there are a lot of sweet picnic-type recipes in here, recipes for tea, certainly British influenced. Technically, these should have mint in them. I chose not to put mint in them, but that's what Pooh recommends. So this is a lovely cookbook, again, that I got unintentionally from my friend. So banana muffins will have to cool now, but thank you for helping me out, everybody. Bye!